Welcome, friends. Welcome, fellow connoisseurs of outstanding and exquisite world record reactions. We are here today to discuss, to break down, to disseminate, to analyze, to critique Luke Garrett's reaction to his recent one-handed world record average of 7.72 seconds. You've all seen the solves on Luke's channel. Just earlier today, Laser Monkey produced his reconstructions of those solves. Wonderful. We appreciate that insight. But now, of course, is where the real work begins, and we take a look at this reaction and we give it our best analysis based on the criteria that I created for the end of year tier list that I did back on episode 28 or whatever it was, in which I overcommitted and the entire stream essentially became a 2-hour critique of outstanding world record reactions. But here's a disclaimer first of all, okay? I am not encouraging anyone to do stupid reactions for stupid solves at competitions, okay? Behave yourselves, look after your judges and your delegates, be cool, don't make everyone hate you by going ape over some PR. Like, a PR is cool, well done, but it's not a reason for you to give 20 extras and give your delegates a bad day, okay? This is Luke Garrett, first of all, and it's a world record, okay? We can excuse this kind of stuff for a world record, and in fact, we love it. We can't get enough of it, okay? Just don't be an idiot at competitions. That's all I'm saying, right? That said, let's carry on and look at what we're dealing with here. And let's remember the 5 areas that I've arbitrarily decided are how we are going to rate excellent world record reactions moving forward. They are as follows. 1, disrespect. 2, bad hugs and high fives. 3, aura effectiveness. That's how many people are getting involved in the hype. Sound is a big one for me. I want microphone blowouts. I want screaming. That's what we're looking for. And shenanigans is our final open category for things that cannot be categorized in the preceding 4. Do we understand each other, Timmies? Marvelous. Well, then let's move on. So let's start by watching the reaction to Solve 4 in real time. Most of you will know now that the world record was locked after Solve 4. Solve 5 didn't count in the end as the slowest of the average. So let's just take a look in real time and see what we're dealing with here, everyone. There's the finish, and boom, straight away, the chair's involved. He's on the ground. Sound is already out the gate. He nearly binned himself a second time on that suitcase there. Back in for the signature. Listen carefully. Very, very high-pitched. Very, very exciting. Abandons the camera. Just abandons it. He doesn't care. I need to see a secondary angle because there may be high fives that I've missed, but there's a lot of fist bumping going on. Watch this little champion here. He's going to leave this man hanging, which I think I'm going to probably score highly on. But Luke, you need to find this person here. Give him a high five. Look at the excitement in the crowd. Absolutely outstanding. He cannot take the smile off his face. Wonderful stuff. And here's the cursed 12th solve when the fun just keeps coming. He knows he's cooked it at this point. He's just memeing. I've seen an alternate angle of this one where the judge is just like hyping up the crowd, waving like that, getting some more hype going. But of course, the world record's already done at this point, and we love to see it. Wonderful stuff, everyone. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Okay, let's slow this down and just have a look with a bit more of a critical eye here. Okay, let's take it at half speed and just have a closer look here. So what's remarkable about this solve, of course, is he almost plus 2'd it, but he got back in there, still kept it sub 7.5 with the AUF there at the end, with the, I can't remember, was it an R or an R prime? I don't care, whatever. No, I mean a U or a U prime, whatever. I'm not here to critique the solves, everyone. This is about the reaction. So, did he come from... So this is using a very advanced technique, which I've seen some... I think Chris Mills is a big proponent of this technique, which is sitting on one of your legs, which of course gives you a great springboard out of your chair. Look at that. See how he maximizes the leverage using the trailing foot there on the launch up here. However, a slight miscalculation, because look, he's tipped that chair, which is going to give him a secondary right foot launch straight up in the air. But hello, the chair's not having much of it, losing traction immediately, which is great. And watch this recovery. The left foot's down. He avoids the arm break, which we are all very pleased about. Avoids the arm break, avoids the concussion, takes the landing, rolls out of it. I'll be interested to hear from Luke if there have been any adverse effects from the fall there. But he looks like he knows how to fall. He rolled out of it. He's all good. He's coming back. getting ready for a second spring. Well, no, this is the third spring in the reaction now. He's up. He's a little bit twisted, and he's going to land in the case of timers. The delegates aren't going to love that, but immediately again, the resourcefulness of Luke Garrett using the additional spring from the suitcase there to launch back up in the air. Who's this guy? Don't care. See you later. I'm still springing. Bye now. The homie's out here. He's getting hugged. I would like to have seen a more awkward hug there, honestly. He's let himself down a little bit because this is quite a well-executed hug, honestly. Don't care who you are, whatever, get out of here. Tries to take out a secondary chair there as well, which is great stuff. We love to see that. He's now heading back over for the signature. There's a lot of noise at this point, and of course Luke makes his own crazy noise at this point. Very, very high pitched. On first looking, I didn't know that was him. I assumed that was a rogue Timmy too close to the microphone, but that's actually Luke himself, which is great stuff. We love to see it, and that's going to score him very highly on sound there. So carrying on with the signature, more people coming in. Look at that. That was a great last minute rush. Who's that? I want to give some recognition to this last minute aura addition of this player coming in here. Love to see that. Here he comes, just under my frame there. Marvelous. Gotta get the time in frame. 7:45. Love to see it. This carries its own. Now, this is what I'm talking about, shenanigans, I suppose, because what Luke's done here in a very bold move, and not one I've seen many times before, but he has literally just taken the camera and abandoned it. I don't need that. I've got reaction to do, sir. Get out of my face, camera. So we are desperate to see a second angle of that, because I think there are bonus points obscured here. I think there are a lot more as yet unreported awkward high fives and hugs that I really hope we can get a view of at some point. So submit your footage if you have it of any of those second angles, or put links in the comments so that we can take a look at that if we need to address it further. Oops. Okay, here we are. The camera reemerges, and then you just caught a glimpse there of an absolute gaggle of Timmys ready for fist bumps, which is great. And Luke's going to deal with those expertly. That's great. That's great. These are, again, oh, was that a hand over fist? I think that might have been a hand over fist at that point, which is great. That's very awkward. I like to see that. Really ramping up the awkward score here is going to be our man looking for the high five. Unfortunately for him, left hanging, but fortunately for Luke, that is going to score very highly. Love to see it. Love to see that. And I think this is about the extent of it, except to say that we are seeing some very, very huge aura effectiveness, bringing everyone in. A round of applause, a horseshoe, possibly full circle round of applause we're seeing there. These guys, obviously experts, because they know where the camera is. They know how to get involved in the video, so they can say, that's me in the video. Wonderful stuff. So how are we going to deal with this overall? I mean, disrespect, off the charts, outstanding. Bad hugs and high fives, good, but could be better. Garrett, if you are open to notes, that first hug was a little bit clean. A lot of those fist bumps were good. It was encouraging to see one hand over fist, and that always scores very highly in my books. I would love to see the alternate angle for when the camera went down, because I suspect there's some good gear in there. The aura effectiveness, the amount of people getting involved in the hype was incredible, staggering, inspirational. The sound that came out of your mouth, I did not see that coming. Love that creativity and that ability to improvise. And in terms of shenanigans, the foot in the case was wonderful. I appreciated the attempt to get the second chair over on that first hug as well. Overall, wonderful stuff. And this is going to be hard to beat. This is going to be very hard to beat. He's one of the GOATs in the game at reactions. He knows what he's up to. The rest of the field are going to be nervous at this point in the year, this early in March, to have something this strong. We are looking at an incredible end of year tier list, I think. Before I finish up, I would just like to reiterate, don't do this, okay? Don't do this at competitions. Unless you are literally Luke Garrett getting a world record, don't do this at competitions, okay? Alright, you don't have to be Luke, but unless you are actually getting a world record, don't do this, okay? Certainly I am not encouraging you to. But this has been a reaction review from SpeedCube MZ and Cubecast. Did I say MZ? SpeedCube MZ and Cubecast. Until next time, everyone, have fun, disrespect your surroundings, and solve cubes. Peace.